backside chases. Today we're going to teach you to do some basic cheerleading motions.
Let's get started.
So now let's get started. So how we start off a cheerleading motion, any cheerleading motion, I'll show you guys how to put your hands. So basically, you're supposed to put your hand like this, like that, and you should have an E on your hand, and a kind of like a little E at the back of your hand. So you're supposed to have that on both of your hands. And now I'll show you which motions to do. Okay guys, so the first cheerleading motion is probably the most popular motion, which is called a high V. How we're going to do a high V is, as I said in the previous clip before, we're going to put our hands in an E, both of our hands like that. And we're going to put our hands up and make it a V. Make sure to not keep it here, but kind of in front of your face. I'll show you what I mean by that. So can you guys see how it's just in front of my face like that? Not right over here. So this is how we do a high V. So the second motion is going to be a low V. How we do a low V is we put our hands down like this, and it's supposed to look like a V but upside down, and it's also supposed to be in front of you this much. So it should look like this, and we should have an E shape with our hands like this. Number 3 is going to be a T. How we do a T is we put our hands into a straight line like this. We also do an E, and our hands should be in front of us like this, not like this, but just in front. So when you look forward, you could see your hands like this. So now let's do a broken T. A broken T is basically doing a T, except it's broken in half, like this. So this is how a broken T looks. Your hands should be facing like this, and it should look like this from the side. So this is how you do a broken T. So now we're going to learn how to do a touchdown. A touchdown is a little bit harder than from the other ones that I showed you right now. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to put our hands up over here, squeeze our ears. I shouldn't be able to see your ears like this, and go like this. This is how it looks from the side, like that. Your hands should be like in this position, and you should squeeze very tight, putting your hands to the top. So that's how you do a touchdown. Now we're going to do a low touchdown. A low touchdown is exactly how a normal touchdown, but it's low. So we do the exact same thing but upside down. We put our hands right over here. It should look like this from the side. And this is what a low touchdown is called. So the next motion is going to be called a K. So how we do a K is we take our right hand, we put it up like this, and then we put our left hand down like this, and our hands should look like this. So it should be this way and this way. And so this is called the right side of K. Now to do the left side of K, you should put your left hand to the top over here into like a high V, and then you should put your right hand at the bottom like this, and they should also look like that, and this is what is called a K. We're going to do an L. So an L is basically when you put your hand like this, like that, squeeze, you shouldn't see your ears, and your hand should be like in a T. So this is called the left L, and this is called the right L. So you should squeeze really tight, and it should be touching your ears. So now let's do a bow and arrow. A bow and arrow is basically when you put one hand like this, and the other hand like this. So this is the left bow and arrow, and your hand should look like this. You should have an E on this hand, and an E on this hand. And to do the other side, you do the opposite thing. So you put this hand over here, and you put this hand over here, and squeeze. So this is called a bow and arrow. What we're going to learn how to do is called a punch. What we do in a punch is we take our left or right hand, we put it on our hip like this. It should be like in a fist like this. And then we put our second hand up like this. So this is called the left punch. And to do the right punch, we do the opposite thing. We turn and do it like this. So this is called a punch. Now we're going to learn how to do a dagger. A dagger is basically doing this. We're gonna do our ears, but from the other side, so this way. And we're gonna kind of put it in front of our face like this. And squeeze by our body. It should look like this from the side, and your hand should be like, so you can't see your other hand. So it's not like this, it's in the same line, like this. So now we're gonna learn how to do a candlestick. So basically in the candlestick, we put both of our hands like this in front of us, like that. And that's basically how you do a candlestick. So they should also be in one line, not up, not lower, in the same line. And this is how you do a candlestick. So now it's time for the diagonal. What you do in a diagonal is you put one hand like this, kind of like in a high V, and then you put your other hand in kind of like a low V. And you squeeze, and you should see both. Your hands should be in those ears, like this. And this is called the right diagonal. Now you can do the left diagonal. So it's the same thing, just like on the other side. And it should kind of look like an airplane. And this is how it should look from the side. You can't really see the other hand, but this is how it should look from the side. Do a broken diagonal. What a broken diagonal is, it's basically like a diagonal, but broken in half. So our hands should be like this, like that. And that's called the right diagonal. And the left diagonal is the exact same thing, but with your left hand at the top and your right hand at the bottom. So now we're going to learn what is called a clean. You guys are probably wondering what means clean when your coach says that. A clean is basically when you're doing a motion and then snapping down and squeezing your body. It should look like this from the side, and your hand should be straight. Almost the exact same thing as clean, but it's a bit different. The difference between clean and squeeze is that when you clean, your hands are over here, and when you squeeze, your hands are at the back like this. You shouldn't see your thumbs, and your shoulders are forward. So this is called squeeze. Very important thing to know is called hips. When your coach says to do hips, it's basically putting your hands like this on your hips. Very important thing is when your teacher says clap. It's basically when you just clap like this and fold your hands together like this. It should be in front of your face, just like this. You shouldn't be able to see your face. It's not here, it's in front of your face, not up here. It's down over here, okay guys? And it should look like this from the side. Last motion, which is almost the exact same thing as clap, is clasp. The only difference between that is when you do clap, it's when you put your hand like that, but when you do clasp, your hands are straight up like this. So that's the last motion we're going to learn for today. So now I'm going to say all those motions quicker, and we have to do them. Okay, so the first motion we're going to do is called high.
Low touchdown, bow and arrow, lift punch, daggers, candlestick, left diagonal, right broken diagonal, left broken diagonal.
Clean, clap, and clasp. Guys, I hope you enjoyed learning some of the basic cheerleading motions. See you next time. Bye.